Food review. I found an interesting item. Xavier actually found this Kit Kat blueberry muffin. Let's try this out. Let's see if it's really that good. I don't know. I'm worried about. Kind of looks weird. It looks more brown than blueberry. I don't know how it's gonna taste. Let's see. It's really good. 9.4 out of 10. It tastes just like a blueberry muffin. A lot of blueberry flavoring in there. You can actually taste like bread type flavoring too, as well. I think that's what the wafer's made of, but overall, great candy. Texture, I'd give it 9.5 out of 10 as well. Great texture, smooth inside, more like smoother than a regular Kit Kat. When you bite into a regular Kit Kat, it's kind of made too, the inside's not that good. And this is a lot better version in my opinion. Very good. I also have these to try. Limited time. Doritos Smart Pop. Let's see these. Limited flavor. Let's see this. Guaranteed fresh, it says. I would give that like a 7 out of 10. 6 out of 10. It's popcorn, so it's overall going to be good, but it has no nacho cheese flavoring. And in my opinion, it really doesn't taste that good. I'm kind of feeling hints of Dorito, but overall, even with the hints of the Dorito, it's really not that good. I don't recommend the texture. I'd give a 9 just because popcorn, obviously, very good overall, but those are the things I rated. You already know the Kit Kat Blueberry Muffin got a way higher rating. What do you think, though? NBA draft was today. A lot of crazy things happened. Nikola Jovic actually got drafted today, not Nikola Jokic. He got drafted to Miami Heat, and it's each other pointing on like the Spider-Man meme. I think they did do some in the meeting. That's what he said. He wanted to meet the 2-time MVP, so it does make sense overall. But crazy draft. I was surprised when Paolo Banchero went #1. I was really surprised when I read Woj's tweet. He sent out a tweet probably like 10 minutes before the draft, and it turned out to be right. And overall, it was a great draft today. And I'll go through with the top 10. See any surprises I had or overall rate him? #1, you have Paolo Banchero. Great pick, probably one of the best scorers in this draft. Very athletic, and he's really just gonna help the Magic a lot. He's probably one of the most NBA ready players. It was really, a lot of people were saying Jabari Smith should have went #1, but Paolo Banchero was definitely slept on. He excelled when there was competition. He led his team to the Final Four, had a great overall team, and really just played great. #2, Chet Holmgren, Thunder. He's kind of struggled when there's been tougher competition against Arkansas and Memphis as well. A lot of people have questioned his size, sometimes his defense on the court, things like that. That's been his main criticisms. #3, you have Jabari Smith for the Rockets. I feel like that was a great pick for them. He's probably the best shooter on this. He's shooting around 42% from the field goal. Playing great. He's going to be a great pick. Probably one of the best scorers on this draft list. #4, Keegan Murray as well. One of the best scorers. Really improved offensively this season. I thought that the Kings were going to get Jaden Ivey, but it really didn't make that much sense with him and De'Aaron Fox. I don't really think so. They should have traded Halliburton in my opinion, but that's something for another day. And then #5, Jaden Ivey. Him and Cade Cunningham will be lethal. Jaden Ivey, I think, is going to be very promising in this league. His mom actually played in the WNBA and actually coached Notre Dame women's basketball. So she was like, he was crying after getting drafted. A very emotional time for him and just a great experience from him. I think he's going to be great. He has a very good chance to win Rookie of the Year. Very underrated. He's going to play great in my opinion. #6, Benneth Mathurin for the Pacers. Great overall score, athletic. Can really just, you already saw the Arizona games. He really just played great. He was really the main focal point of that team and really led them far. #7, Shaedon Sharpe. I think this is a great pick for them overall. Him, Anthony Simon, and Damian Lillard potentially. I don't know if he's going to get traded or not, or what's going to happen with that, but I'm not really sure. #8, Dyson Daniels. I've never heard of this guy in my life. He's in the Australian League or like G League or something like that. I've never heard of them once in my life. I feel like some of these international players are really just, I don't know. I feel like overall they're really taking a chance on Dyson Daniels. It also happened with like Dante Exum a couple years ago. A lot of people would say like, oh, Luka, but Luka, he was more proven than Dyson Daniels, especially like other players. I don't really know. I don't really know if he's a little bit potential, but we'll have to wait to see. Number 9, Jeremy Sokin. I don't really know about him either. So I'm really going to skip that for the Spurs. Number 10, Johnny Davis for the Wizards. That's a great pick for them. And there was a lot of draft-like things happening. And it was overall just a great draft to watch. You had to watch it. Very entertaining. And just very... Kyrie Irving 5 potential landing spots. For those who don't know, he's actually had an impasse with the Nets. So Lakers, Clippers, Knicks, Heat, and Suns. The Suns would be very lethal, but I really think with Chris Paul, I don't really know. The Heat would be a good option. They can give up a lot. Knicks, I think, would be a good option. I feel like overall, the Nets need to trade before he leaves because then they're going to get nothing. They all committed to Texas. All 3 quarterbacks have either given a perfect composite of 1,000 from 24 Sports 7. Let's see. All committed to Texas. Vince Young, Quinn Ewers, and Arch Manning. Arch Manning actually committed to Texas. To me, tough competition for both of them because a lot of people have been promising on Quinn Ewers. I'm pretty sure it's actually the same year as Arch Manning but reclassified. But what do you think? And the NBA draft, just really entertaining overall. A lot of just entertaining things happening. But we have to see the top 10 tight ends. Top 10 NFL tight ends of 2022. Number 1, Travis Kelce. I agree, he's the best. Number 2, George Kittle. Great offense the year last year. Number 3, Mark Andrews. Does make sense. Number 4, Darren Waller. And he's definitely have a bounce back season this year. Number 5, Cal Pitts. That's insane, but I think he's going to be very good. A lot of people praise him as the next Antonio Gates type, so he's probably going to score a lot of touchdowns. Number 6, Dallas Goedert. Number 7, Mike Gesicki. Number 8, TJ Hawkinson. Number 9, Dalton Schultz. And number 10, Zach Ertz. I don't really know if I'd put him in the top 10 tight end anymore, but let's keep going the NBA draft. Also, Dieng, 11 pick, which I'm pretty sure they trade that pick the next. I don't know too much about him either. Number 12, Jalen Williams. Pretty good pick. Number 13, Jalen Duren, the Hornets. I actually don't know what team he went on because there was a lot of trades happening. It was very confusing. I think he's back with the Knicks, but then they traded him and then got him back somehow. It's very confusing, but I think that's a great pick. If the Knicks or the Hornets, whoever gets him, he's going to be a great player. Number 14, Ochai Agbaji. Number 15, Mark Williams. Number 16, AJ Griffin. Number 17, Taron Eason, Rockets. I don't know too much about him. But AJ Griffin for the Hawks. I think they'll add a lot for Trae Young. I think he's probably one of the best scorers, like I've been saying. I know I've been saying that a lot for every player, but a lot of these guys that are in the top are actually very good scorers. And I think AJ Griffin is out a lot for them. And really just maximizes his talents there. Number 18, Dalen Terry. I don't know too much about him either. Number 19, Jake Larvey. Number 20, Malik Branham. I heard he's been pretty good. Number 21, Christian Braun. Nuggets. He played for Auburn this year. And I think that was a pretty good pick for them to take. I think they needed their big man shooting threes. It would definitely help. Number 22, Walker Kessler. It's a good pick for the Memphis Grizzlies. Number 23, David Roddy. I don't know too much with him. Number 24, Marjan Bootcamp. I don't know too much of him either. Number 25, Blake Wesley, Spurs. Number 26, Wendell Moore Jr. Number 27, Nikola Jovic. That's pretty interesting because Jokic, he's under the NBA. One syllable difference, one letter difference with the K. What do you think about that? And number 28, Patrick Baldwin Jr. for the Warriors. Number 29, T.T. Washington Jr. Memphis Grizzlies. I think that's a great pick for them overall. And really was still the draft. Number 30, Payne Watson. That's my opinion on each draft person. And I know I didn't know a lot of them, but overall, there was, out of the top 5, I really didn't know that many overall. And what was going to happen with them? This is Jonathan Weiserman's 2022 NBA Draft Pro comparisons. De'Aaron Fox is compared to Jaden Ivey. That's who Jaden Ivey is compared to. And Victor Oladipo scoring. I can definitely see both. The explosiveness from him, I agree with that. Michael Porter Jr.'s shot making and shot creation for Jabari Smith and Jaren Jackson defense. Jaren Jackson defense I can definitely see. Michael Porter Jr.'s shot creation, yeah, that's pretty good. Hopefully he doesn't get injured like Michael Porter Jr. That guy is injury prone as hell, so. And then here's Paolo Banchero, Carmelo Anthony's shot making and shot creation. That really is a good comparison. I would say I was looking for what he can remind me of, but his playmaking definitely reminds me in shot creation of Carmelo Anthony, just how he plays on the court. And Blake Griffin's playmaking. It's pretty interesting right there. Kristaps Porzingis for Chet Holmgren three-point shooting. And Evan Mobley shot blocking. Both very tall. And he's a bit skinnier than Evan Mobley, but overall, a lot of people have been questioning his size. That's been the main thing overall for him. But what do you think? Jeremy Grant, them adding him, the Portland Trail Blazers traded the Pistons. I feel like the last time he had a really good season, in my opinion, was last season and the year with the Nuggets. He absolutely exploded that season, had a very good season. I think he's a replica of that next season. Anthony Simons, him, Shaedon Sharpe, that's going to be a great team. And this is Shaedon Sharpe. From unranked in high school to a top 10 NBA draft pick, born and raised in Canada, Sharpe was mostly unknown and unranked for much of his high school career. He had a stellar showing in the EYBL circuit in July 2021, proving his talents amongst the best and skyrocketing up the national rankings. By the end of the summer 2021, he became the #1 ranked in the 2022 ESPN 300. Shortly after committing to Kentucky, Sharpe announced that he's reclassifying to enroll at the school early. He did not suit up or play during his one season at Kentucky, who turned 19. May 30th, decided to declare undrafted. With this, Sharpe, 7th overall pick, was selected by the Portland Trail Blazers, fulfilling his journey of a path less traveled. It's an amazing journey overall. It just really shows how much dedication he had throughout his career, how much hard work he really put in, and just showed a lot of promise. And he really didn't give up on himself throughout the whole thing. There's some interesting NBA news. Most #1 draft picks of all time. The Cavs have number 6. Their best one probably LeBron. Rockets 5. Kings 5. Magic 4. Portland Trail Blazers 4. Knicks 4. Wizards 4. 76ers 4. Bucks 4. Warriors 4. Lakers 3. Hawks 3. Detroit Pistons 3. Clippers 3. Timberwolves 2. New Orleans Pelicans 2. Bulls 2. Nets 2. Spurs 2. Suns 1. Toronto Raptors 1. Hornets 1. Celtics 1. Utah Jazz 0. Thunder 0. Heat 0. Grizzlies 0 and Pacers 0. And the Nuggets, they have 0 as well. But speaking of the Thunder, them adding, I think overall adding Chet Holmgren was a great overall option for them. Him, Josh Giddey, I think will work very well together. And I'm really expecting big things from them. I thought the Magic were going to take Chet Holmgren with the #1 pick just because the Jalen Suggs, I feel like that'd be a good. They already know each other. They went to the same high school, so it would make sense of why it would be a great pick for them. But were you surprised when they didn't select him #1? Were you surprised when they didn't select Jabari Smith? I definitely was. I was kind of shocked, like I said earlier. But overall, what do you think? My camera kind of falling right now, but let's get back in it. Bleacher Report, this is Jaden Ivey's Inspirations. A lot of people hate in this comment section for no reason. It's being sexist in the comment section. There's not too many kids who get these see amazing women every day. At a young age, I was able to be around greatness. Jaden Ivey on his Inspirations. Skylar Diggins was one. Arky, I don't know how to say the name, so I'm not going to say it. Jewel Lloyd. They all helped shape me, which his mom did coach Notre Dame women's basketball. He definitely has an appreciation for women's basketball. And a lot of people were just being mean in the comments. Overall saying he's not telling the truth, and that's just not true. I don't even know. What do you think about this overall? Let's go to some baseball. Oh, wait, I forgot to mention. Kemba Walker was traded the Pistons. And I don't know about that. Kemba Walker, some people were saying the Pistons won the draft. I definitely do think they had one of the most promising drafts of this week. of this day, but overall, I don't know if they really want. The Rockets did get a great pick in Jabari Smith, and they were probably not expecting him. They were really probably expecting Paolo Banchero, or maybe Chet Holmgren at the most, but I think Jabari Smith was definitely a surprise for them, and they took advantage of it. Because that's what the mock drafts usually show them taking. But what do you think? Well, let's see the MLB power rankings. Let's see. The Yankees, they've honestly been very good throughout this whole season. I've been surprised. Usually they're really not this good, and one of the top teams in baseball, surprisingly. Which some people might not be surprised, but I am, just because throughout the years, a lot of people have been saying, oh, the 27 rings, they always talk about that. Which is true. It seems like all Yankees fans do focus on that a lot. Number 1, the Yankees had the same amount of wins and most wins in MLB, I'm pretty sure of. Number 1 makes sense. Number 2, the Mets. Great season. Number 3, the Dodgers. Overall, just great. Number 4, the Astros. A lot of people don't like him overall. Number 5, the Padres. Hopefully they can win the World Series. They have a very good chance. Number 6, the Toronto Blue Jays. They have a beast in Vlad Guerrero Jr. Probably the best player in the MLB as far as hitting right now. Number 8, San Francisco Giants. Number 9, the Atlanta Braves. The World Series champs last year. Lost Freddie. So overall that was a big move. But the Dodgers, a lot of people sleeping on them. A lot of people, and then 10, the Twins. A lot of people, I don't know what I say about the Dodgers. A lot of people hating on them, saying though that a bubble championship or whatever championship. Overall hating on them. They've been hating on all the LA teams in general. But the Dodgers are definitely gonna win the World Series this year. I'm promising you now, Dodgers World Series, I think they're winning 5 games. And this is probably gonna be the end of the video. Do you like the food review? A Kit Kat blueberry muffin and Doritos Smart Food popcorn.